Hi everyone, welcome to Texas Lone Wolf channel. Today we are going to cover a very controversial topic. Alright, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. For the ladies out there who wants to go out and you want to go out and you want to go meddle into what another person's yard is real green. So you can water your own and make yours even just as good as the other one that you want to cross over. Now, most of the time, divorce usually is initiated by females. Excuse me. I didn't mean to clear my throat. Anyways, it's initiated by females. Almost 80 to 90% of the time. So now I'm going to go ahead and I just want to go ahead and just let you all know that I'm going to put up a picture here. And, the grass is always greener. Note, I'm going to put up a disclaimer. Now, viewer discretion advised. It may be unsuitable for audience. I want to make sure you know that this video is not picking on anyone. To those who have been married for a very long time, this video is not for you. This video here is actually to help bring out the red pill truth about why most men don't even want to get married. It's like a Russian roulette. Whenever you go out and see, the odds are right now against you whenever you go and file and all that. It's against you. The odds are against you when you play Russian roulette, right? Nobody knows what the future holds, okay? No one holds it, okay? So but yeah, just take a look at this for a moment, all right? Because of the fact that, first you get married in your 20s, everything's going good. You get your own house, you get your own stuff. And people change with age. People change with time. People's feelings for each other will change with time. This can contribute to outside influence. The outsider influence. I'm talking family members meddling into two married couples' affairs. I'm talking about outsiders who don't mean a damn thing. They go in there, they meddle, they pit the husband against the wife and manipulate each other. Huh? The so-called girlfriend's so darn jealous of you. It is what it is. She's jealous. Okay? She's jealous. So let's go ahead. Now, I just got this off of Reddit. She got a divorce when she was 31. She filed for divorce at the age of 31. Okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read the story from an author. Says can't get any worse. It was posted 2 months ago. Now let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Now I'm going to go ahead and put this up here, and I'm going to take the image down. All right, let's read this here, okay? All right. 6 years later, realized I divorced my ex-husband out of spite and deeply regretting it. You hear that right? Regretting it, right? I'm a 37-year-old female. There's some painful honesty ahead. Needed to say this internet strangers because I haven't admitted to anyone else in my life yet, she said. Of course, she wrote this out. My divorce was ugly. Involved 3 strong kids, all under age 5, 1, 6. I cut off parents, friends for not supporting the divorce. See, she did all this out of emotions. She was dramatic, throwing her weight around. She wanted her way, and she got it granted. The marriage itself needed work. That's all it needed. It needed a little maintenance, tweaks here and new tweaks there. She could be married still, had she never got a divorce, but she became part of the statistic. She became part of the stats. All right? I don't know for sure whether my ex would have been able to do the work to be a supportive partner. And that part is okay to me. I accept it. Well, listen. It's a teamwork. It's not where one woman ties a knot and selling her blessed assurance and let the husband do all the pulling and all the work and then watch him get burned out. Then, I'm not happy. I'm going to file for divorce. Or I'm not happy. I'm going to go girls' night out and hook up with a dude. Usually that's what happens when a woman says she wants to go girls' night out. She'll hook up with the dude. Usually that's what happens. Usually that right there is what happens. Usually the case like that. In this case right here, I'm going to continue reading. My decision itself to divorce didn't come from a place of thoughtful reflection. It came from childish place of arrogance, spitefulness, and vindictiveness, manipulation, and the victim mentality. Did you get that? Victim mentality. And it's all dawning on me now, 6 years later, how crappy it was, how unfair that was to me and my children. See, the woman destroyed the marriage. She destroyed it. She admitted it right here. She's part of the stats. All right, let's keep on rebuilding. Part of this realization comes from the fact that life has thoroughly humbled me, kicked me in the backside since my divorce. I was far more financially secure in my marriage, and I've been teetering on the brink of bankruptcy for the last 3 years. Okay? With her husband and her working, they had double the income. They could do things with the kids. Okay? She said, I was far more less lonely from dating. I've seen that my ex is very typical of most men, i.e. he's not particularly heating his feelings. He was a median mean. I don't know what she means by that, but I don't care. Okay? Part of the reason life has been so tough since my divorce is the timing of it. Okay? I don't miss the marriage itself. I don't really regret ending it. Because I was doing it out of spite to get my husband to behave. I did it the worst way possible. No planning went into it. Although I had young kids, my parents offered to house me and my kids so I could stabilize if I refused. As a result, trying to go it alone past 6 years, I'm up to my eyeballs in debt. This is a no-fault divorce. Now I'm realizing the end of the marriage is a huge deal. It would have been best to think it through and give myself and my children an exit strategy, a soft place to land, where we could rebuild. There's no such thing as a soft place to land to rebuild. You get a divorce. This is what's going to happen. You're going to grow old and your income is going to take a nosedive. As she wrote here. All right? And guess what? She moved several states away from her family. I am several states away from my family at this point. I'm so deep in the mess I created. I sort of had no choice but to work my way out. Good luck with that, ex-wife. I remember arrogantly thinking of I would be remarried within 5 years after divorce finalized. Ha! That's a pipe dream. She said that herself. It's not even because I have dated a lot. I have. Or I had boyfriends. I have. It is because of realizing there's an epidemic of men who are struggling and learning to be supportive partners and be also realizing my financial situation is an absolute dumpster fire, and it would be unfair to hoist it on someone else. She said that herself. All right. She said, I feel almost relieved she's admitting all this. Playing the victim year in and year out has been exhausting. I didn't even think that I didn't think that's what I was doing. But see how I removed my ex-husband from life didn't make it any better. It has been an eye-opening. She admitted it. So she divorced her ex, moved several states away from her family. Now she's over her eyeball in debt, struggling as a divorcee. All right? What I mean is I'm still me. Well, she's a little cocky right there. And the things were problematic about me when I was married are still there. So the new mess is a problem to merge and fill the space where my ex-husband was at once. I'm not saying all this stuff on myself. I'm realizing for real self-love is holding myself accountable for my BS. And treating myself as a victim is not love. She even admitted, she wrote it right here, she even admitted it. She said, my marriage somewhat exploitive of me and my finances, dispute labor. It was not all verbally or physical abuse. I had the power and autonomy to advocate for myself within the marriage that's mentioned. If the marriage was needed to end, I believe it, and I do believe it did, I could advocate for myself and the children in such a way that damage was mitigated. So I went scorched earth. The only person I burnt was herself. She said myself. She burnt herself. Thank you for listening to this horrible realization. Please be kind with comments. Here's coming from the Texas Lone Sigma point of view. First of all, I've got to go ahead and fill this out. Most women are in their prime between the ages of 18 all the way up to 28. Okay? And then when you hit 30, okay, this is when you start going through changes in your age, so to speak. 30s is where Father Time starts. He knocks on your door. You open the door. He takes that glow away from you. He looks at you and says, you got some eggs to make children? They're going to be gone. Your looks, when you glowed in your 20s, it's going to take that glow away from you. And that nice little feminine appeal of a voice you had, that got replaced with a masculine version of yourself. You remember how you used to attract people, because you couldn't help it, that aura? Father Time took that away from you. He took that away. And here she says she's 37. So when she hits 40, you might as well just forget about being a marriage material. According to the Egyptian pharaoh standards, you're considered an elderly in your age group right now. You're considered an old woman in the Pharaoh standards. I'm sorry, I'm not picking on you. I'm stating the facts to the contrary. I'm stating the facts. All right, let's go ahead and see what the other person has says. All right. Let's go ahead and talk. Let's go ahead and take a prop of them here. Halte Burrito posted 2 months ago. Props to take a good hard look at yourself making this incredible brave post. Well, hey, you did that. And this stands out to me. After you don't regret ending marriage, you just understand and regret how you did it. You hold yourselves accountable. Not very many women hold themselves accountable for ending a marriage union. You see, most of them don't even. They don't even hold themselves accountable. All right, for the portion of their own blame. So right here it says something about they're in the best position to start healing. All right, so anyways, then she says, I could not agree more. It's been a very long time and a hard road. There's some people like your family who you cut off. Start repairing ties with. Move forward with a new wisdom you gain. Feel like your future is really bright. It's not really bright. I tell you what's going to happen. She's going to see her ex-husband and want to have a second go, and he's going to be standing afar off and doubting whether to have a second go. He's going to doubt it. He's going to say, we just got married. We exchanged vows, but the vows didn't mean nothing. Why would I want to do this again? I'm talking as a man. This is what a man thinks, okay? Now, she's over here saying, thank you for your kindness. And anyways, now she's over here talking about mothering her partner. Well, she chose the partner. And listen, women, before you go and end your marriage, you might want to take 2 or 3 steps back, okay? Men, on the other hand, take a lot longer to mature. Females mature very fast. Scientifically and by biology, this is true. Just wait on your husband to mature. Wait on him. Wait. Once he starts to mature and you stay married to him, you're going to be celebrating the wonderful anniversaries. So, I got to go ahead and talk about this extra guada. And talking about, I guess they're pampering. I think you're being hard on yourself. Well, no, I don't think she's being hard on her. She's just flat out admitting the truth. And so forth. Anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and find some other comments. So anyways, here's another comment right here from Master Yoda. Said, most people would not want to admit something like that to themselves. You did. That's a huge step in the right direction. Only later you realize that big and step. Actually, it was. Now you can start your healing process. Now you can financially manage it. A therapist might help you. If I may add, I haven't been divorced. I don't have children, nor I'm in debt, but I've had my own share of mess flying through the fan. I've always insisted to. And also said about my life would have been easier if I'd accepted help. Now, anyways, you know, I have to tell you this. When you get a divorce in the later age range, 37 to 40, okay, this is going to sting. Now, we're going to go over here and take a look at this. Now, I'm going to blow this up for y'all. It says United States has the sixth highest divorce rate in the world, with 40 to 50% of married couples filing for divorce. But also, United States Census Bureau report suggests it dropped because nobody's getting married. Men are actually walking away from this. And a woman wrote a book on men on strike. What do they have to gain in this? Drama, argument, headache, outsider involvement, girls' night out, boys' night out, quick fix on filing for divorce with a lawyer. A lawyer usually prepare everything, makes the man pay for it. So yeah, so I just got to put this out there. And sadly, to be honest with you, Arkansas has the highest divorce rates per 1,000 people as of 2022. 10.7 in Arkansas, 10.4 Oklahoma, Nevada 10.2. You ever heard of Las Vegas, the Sin City in Nevada? That's part of it. Kentucky 10.1, Wyoming 10.0. It goes down to Delaware, Utah, Kansas, Alabama, Missouri. And it's talking about this here. It's very alarming. Did you get this? Arkansas has the highest divorce rate with 10.7 divorce per 1,000 married people. It's one of the several states with the youngest age at the first marriage. Are you getting this? Are you getting it? Okay. Now the states with the lowest divorce rate. Maine, 4.8. D.C., 4.8. South Dakota, 6.0. Pennsylvania, 6.1. Everything here from Maine down to Massachusetts, 6 points. I guess they value marriage as a sacred union. And the marriage decline went from 3.6 in 2011 to 2020 was 2.3. And Viola, look at this. Who filed for divorce more? Right now it shows 69% of the divorce cases are filed by women. I'm on this divorce website, divorce.com. 69% of women initiate divorce, U.S., compared to 31% of men. This is very scary. So men are just walking away from this. Men take the longest to mature, Did you know that? Did you know this? They take the longest to mature. Did you know that? Now, the states with the lowest divorce rate for women, 4.2 divorces per 1,000. North Dakota, Rhode Island, California, Michigan, Illinois, Vermont. That means the lowest divorce rate. That means they're willing to work through kinks and nooks and crannies, so to speak. So, now let's take a good look at this. Now, we're talking about the different ethnicities who file for divorces. And, anyways, these different ethnicity groups throw manipulation, slander, slurs around, calling somebody a sellout, calling somebody this, calling somebody that. Name calling. You want what the other person has. That right there is envy. That right there is you want. Listen, take care of stuff in your backyard before you worry about the other person's backyard. Take care of your own stuff first. Okay? Now, we're going to talk about the state with the highest rates of marriage. Utah has 56% of Utah is married. Idaho is 55. Wyoming 53. Nebraska 53. Iowa 53. Kansas 52. Minnesota 52. South Dakota, North Dakota 52. New Hampshire 52. Oh my goodness. Take a look at this. The lowest rates of marriage, Louisiana 44%, along with New York. Rhode Island 45%, Mississippi 45%, and along with New Mexico. Nevada 46%, Florida 46%, Massachusetts 46%, California 47%, Georgia 47%. Oh, did you know? Typically, the average length of the marriage that's just been formed lasts no more than 5 to 8.2 years. That's national average. And some people fall out of love in those kind of unions. They get married too quick. They do everything too quick. You know? I mean, this is the look at this. Average age 45.8. Bachelor 31.1. This is the divorce demographic for adults over age of 15. Unemployed 36.7. 11.9 living below poverty. 23.2 living with children under 18. Homeowner 67.4%. Renter 32.6. Average age is 45.8. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? This is not looking good. The median income, Maryland, $87,000 low divorce rate. California, almost $80,000 a year. So, you know what? Mississippi has about $47,000 on the median household income. West Virginia, $48,000. Okay? Everything else is 40 something thousand to 55,000. Income seems to impact the decision to marry, decreasing the divorce rate. When a man's income drops, the woman will file to get away from him to go to someone who has money. Usually that's the way it works. And modern feminism has taught the modern woman, well, you can have it all. And what happens is they told you that that is a lie that they sold you. And many women nowadays are waking up to this foolishness that was pushed by the celebrities and government officials, plus other influencers. Let me go ahead and say this once. Why in the Sam heck would you take advice from a celebrity who is married and she's over here singing songs, releasing albums, telling women to stay single? Why would you want to look up to that? Isn't that double standard? I think it is. So guess what? And financial difficulties are cited as the main reason for not getting married among never married adults, according to research. 47% have income below 30,000. Below 30,000. 40% of them have incomes of 30 to 75,000. According to the Census.gov statistic, average length of marriage is 8 years. If you make it past 5, you're lucky. And financial troubles is a common reason for divorce. Right there. Boom. So yeah, see right here? You look it up on the website. It is right there. Infidelity, marital affairs are second most frequent reasons. 20 to 40% in because of cheating partner or infidelity. Alcohol, drug use costs about 24%. Married couples who argue constantly are another reason. About 57.7% of couples get divorced because of daily arguing. Remember I said about the outsider interference? That's another culprit. So anyways, just want to give you a heads up. You know, what's the common reason for marriage? Love, 90%. Companion, 66%. Commitment, 63%. Desire to have children, 31%. Finances, 13%. Legal rights and benefits, 10%. Pregnancy, 6%. Oh, well, you know what? Check this out. I'm gonna read this to you. How does age impact divorce? Are you ready to discuss this? Study shows that 48% of people who get married before 18 are likely to divorce within 10 years. After the wedding, research suggests that 60% of couples married between the ages of 20 to 25 will end in divorce. Couples who get married between the ages of 28 and 32 are less likely to have their marriage end in divorce, according to research done by some doctor out of Utah University. Look at this. average age of the first divorce. Okay, the average age for the newly married couple going through the first divorce is 30 years old. We already covered this story, this first Reddit story of 37-year-old just got a divorce from 31. This statistics here back this up right here off of divorce.com. About 34% of all divorces initiate spouses age 25 to 29. Percentage of people 55 or 64 years old got divorced first time is about 43%, called gray divorce. Gray divorce. Divorce rate for people in their 60s has doubled since 1992, from 4.9 to 10.3 in 2008, according to the research. This type of divorce is known as gray divorce. Remember I told you? It can cause severe depression, worse if one's partner passed away. Huh? Are you getting this? Trends in divorce rates among baby boomers have been dramatic. Some baby boomers are still married. Following the parents' era, the silent generation, the boomers who came out of age in the late 70s, early 80s start divorced at a rate not seen before 1970. Since 1990, there was 5 divorces for every 1,000 marriages. 5 in every 1,000. In 2015, this figure doubled, according to the Pew Research survey. I'm scared to look at the divorce rate by generation. Well, let's take a peep. According to the latest research, the Gen Z tops millennials, Gen X, and boomers. 27 per 1,000. Did you know that? Did you know that? Look at this. The proof is right there in the pudding. This is scary. Look at this. Oh, look at this. The more career you get, college degrees, the higher the divorce. The higher the divorce chances. Looky here. College degree, 20.4 divorces per 1,000 individuals. Why is it that? Oh, I'm not going to pick on the color of the skin of the individuals, but take a good look at this. Look at this. Again, this is not going to look good. Look at this. Divorce rate by occupation. Gaming casino managers, 52.9%. Bartenders, 52.7%. Flight attendants, 50.5%. Gaming service workers, 50.3%. Rolling game setters, 50.1%. Switchboard operators, 49.7%. Telemarketers, 49.2%. Textile knitting operators, 48.9%. This is scary, isn't it? Look at this. That's scary. Because of the workplace love triangle affairs. Did you know that? I'm just going to tell you. All the proof is right here. Republican-friendly states have the highest marriage rates. Divorce rate by political party. Okay. 67% of Republican spouses compared to 60% of Democratic couples say they were satisfied with their marriage during the 2010 and 2014. States with the highest divorce rates are Republican Arkansas, South Dakota, and Oklahoma. Okay, second marriage divorce rate. Check that out. It's terrible. So I'm already done with this video, but this is scary. This is very scary. This is why men don't even want to get, they don't even want to tie the knot no more. This is the reason why. Remember, the grass isn't always going to be greener. I mean, all this little puppy love will fade and reality will set in. Boom. Major explosion happens. So I'm already done with this video right now, so I'm going to go ahead and call it quits on here. Thank you for listening. And I just showed you the real stats according to the government database statistics. Thank you for watching, and God bless everyone who listens to this message. And remember, if you get married, before you go file for divorce, sit down and look at it from a different angle. And remember, men take longer to mature. Okay? Now, women, if you get married and you're sitting there saying your husband not this, your husband not that, give him time. Okay? Give him time to mature. Remember, patience is a virtue. All right, peace out.